Fellas, what do you think when you hear the name Johnny Manziel? Is it me, or is it more so he's done something foolish or stupid or something like that? He's not taking accountability for his actions. But he tweeted he will no longer be a part of the Heisman committee weekend and their functions until Reggie Bush gets his Heisman Trophy back. What do you guys think about that tweet and that move?
I think Reggie Bush should have his Heisman back. Now with NIL money and we see the story, everybody knows the story. I think he should, because it had nothing to do with what he did on the field. He was the most dominant football player in the world that year. I think at any level. I don't know if Johnny Manziel's backing is what is going to do it. It's like when everybody says we got to ask Ja Rule about what happened. Like, it's just, I know and I respect what Johnny's saying, but Johnny Manziel is not the person that has your back. You can go back to a bunch of Heisman candidates and Heisman winners that can make that point, but I don't know if Johnny's the dude.
So I will say this. Having Johnny Manziel's backing may not matter to the Heisman Trophy committee, but it matters in the way I perceive Johnny Manziel when we're talking about Reggie Bush. Reggie Bush won the Heisman in 2005, and he deserved it. They took it from him in 2010. They said his family accepted, free rent or an apartment without rent, right? There were over $300,000 from marketers accepted, right? Johnny Manziel just did an entire documentary talking about all the money he made and the way he made up a lie that his family came from money. Johnny Manziel is exactly the person that should be backing Reggie Bush, because everything Reggie Bush did, I did and more. And you didn't come get my Heisman. Mm-hmm. So why didn't you come get my Heisman? It's now known, it's now a fact that I did the same things. So if anybody shouldn't be standing on that stage or shouldn't be a part of those ceremonies, if Reggie Bush isn't, then neither should Johnny Manziel. And so maybe if you're the committee, you're gonna look at who Johnny Manziel turned out in totality and say that his backing doesn't matter, but it does matter to me. It does matter that Johnny Manziel is taking a stand. It does matter that Johnny Manziel is echoing the sentiments of all of us, and that Reggie Bush was not only the most dominant college player in 2005, he's one of the most dominant college football players that's ever lived, that's ever played. And based on what he did on the field, he deserves to have that trophy. He deserves to be recognized. And listen, NCAA, you have shown us that you are corrupt anyway. You have shown us that you don't want your hands on any other things that go with NIL, the transfer portal, and now you're about to allow the Big Ten and the SEC to totally run roughshod through the entire collegiate sports spectrum. And so to me, I love what Johnny Manziel did, and I think that Reggie Bush should have his Heisman.
Yeah, I don't know the level of influence he has on the committee, Johnny Manziel, but I think that's the beauty of this message. Him getting it out. He's the guy who's gone from not doing everything the right way. He's been a hell of a player, and now he's trying to shine light on what he believes right. And I think that's just part of maturing and growth. Hopefully it'll send a message to the other Heisman Trophy winners that maybe they should also take a stance to help Reggie get his trophy back.